Hey, how's it going? It's Sunday night. Technically, it's Monday morning. It's 1 a.m. But today it's technically Sunday. And this is the video update for today. First day in Taiwan, first free day, and only free day. And in one word, if I had to describe Taiwan, it's uh, amazing. I actually had to write down all of the stuff that we did today. It was a packed day. My feet are killing me. Um, but it was great. I'll start from when I woke up. I woke up at 8 um, and had breakfast. The breakfast is an all-you-can-eat buffet in a four-star hotel, so it was awesome. Um, I had niu mian. I had bread with brown sugar and butter. So mom, if I don't know if you remember making that for my breakfast, but I had that. I had eggs. Um, I had coffee that I didn't have to pay for, which is different. And the food was just good. They had a lot of Asian food. There was potatoes, just very American, and also had some Asian stuff too. So it was delicious. I had a really good meal. From then, I had breakfast with Janet, Alex, G, Cameron, Alyssa, Sarana, Mike, and Marion. And yesterday they went out to Shilin, which is the famous night market. But I didn't go, so I went to bed. So today at breakfast, we were trying to figure out where everyone was going. Um, so I decided to go with um, Cameron, Alyssa, Sarana, and Janet. Um, so we all actually took a free shuttle, to Taipei 101, and it took less than 10 minutes to get there. And Taipei 101 it's pretty tall. Um, it's the second or third or fourth tallest in the world, and it definitely stood up to that. Um, from there we went to well, the thing in Taiwan is that everything opens late, so we got there around 10:15, and stores don't open until actually like 11 a.m. So everything's kind of pushed back. Everything's like relaxed in Taiwan, which is kind of nice. Um, but we went to Taipei 101. We got dropped off there, and right outside of there was a Tenren. So uh, Boba Nai Cha was created or founded in Taiwan. So we had to go to the best place in Taiwan, which is Tianren. And when I tried it, I got regular Jinju Nai Cha, Boba Nai Cha. Um, and to be quite honest, it wasn't what I expected. I don't know if it was because of hype, um, or what, but the main difference between Tenren, like we do have Tenren in LA, so the difference between Tenren in LA and Taiwan is that in Taiwan they actually use more tea, or it tastes more tea-like. So it was different. It wasn't bad, but it just wasn't what I expected. And I think if I had to choose Tenren between Taiwan and LA, I would choose LA. But it was definitely a good experience. I can definitely say that I've been there. So the first two things that I did on my free day were the two things that the first the first things people ask when you're in Taiwan. Did you go to Taipei 101 and did you have boba? So I got to do that. After we got boba, we went around the corner and we had Mr. Donut. And Mr. Donut is very popular in Taiwan. I must have seen, I don't know, four of them today. Um, but I had like a sample of like five mini donuts, and it was $50. So Taiwan currency is called NT, New Taiwan Dollar, and the exchange rate between Taiwan and the U.S. dollar is about 30. So it's kind of weird going from American dollars to the yuan and then to the New Taiwanese dollar. Um, but I have to divide everything by 30. So if there's one thing that I'm learning on this study abroad experience, it's math. But after Mr. Donut, we went to Muji, and Muji is um, a Japanese store, and the best way I can describe it is an IKEA. So it's not that big. It's a really small store, but it's like an IKEA. They have pens, like home appliance, like a lot of kitchenware. They have a lot of they have clothes. It's I don't know how to describe it. There's only one in America, and it's in New York. Um, so there's nothing really like it. I would compare it to like a H&M clothing with IKEA home decor. But it was a really interesting and cool store. It was a quaint little store. Um, After that, we went to the MRT, which is the subway line, and we took that to um, where did we take it to? I forgot what the stop was, but we were going to like a Japanese department store. So we took the MRT, and I'm gonna talk about this later in the video, but the subway system is very efficient in Taiwan, and it was crazy to see how many people there was. In Taiwan, there are 26 million people on the island, and in Taipei, the capital and the most popular city, there's 2.6 million. So if you think about it, putting in perspective, the amount of people in Taiwan, the whole Taiwan, is the same amount of people in Shanghai, just the city Shanghai. So it definitely felt like as if there were more people in Taipei, just because Taiwan is smaller. But for the amount of people that are actually there, it's not even comparable to Shanghai. So that was kind of like an interesting thing to note too. But we took the MRT. We went to the Japanese department store. Nothing too special, just a whole bunch of different things. Cameron was looking for a certain type of pencil that he really wanted. So we were all just tagging along and enjoying all the people and all the shops and the stores and stuff like that. I had lunch in a plaza. I had niromian, and it was it was good. And they give you like 2 free pieces of gum at the end. So everything in terms of food wise is up to is surpassing expectations. Going up escalators and everything, all of the whole group of like Sarana, me, Alyssa, Janet, and Cameron, we were all like, "Oh my God, Taiwan is amazing! Taiwan is amazing!" And it really is. I thought Shanghai food was good, but Taiwanese food is great. The little snacks, all that they have, and it. I would not. Let me see. How do I put this? If I studied abroad in Taiwan instead of Shanghai, um, I would not complain like at all. Taiwan is amazing in itself as its own island. But I don't know if it was because Taiwan is something different, or if it's just because it's awesome, which it is. It's probably a combination of both. But Taiwan is a place where um, I could definitely see myself. Uh, I don't know, like I don't know how to describe it. It's just different, and it's amazing. Um, but after we had a Niromian, and we went to Danshui, uh, and this is equivalent to Fisherman's Wharf in San Francisco, but it's along the river. It's not a beach. It's like I mean it's the ocean, obviously, but like um, it it was packed, packed, and when I first got there, it's kind of like a park-ish thing, but there were so many people there, and I had this like egg on a stick. They had quail egg on a stick actually. So they had like this. If you think about like a cupcake batter, like cupcake thing that you put in the batter, it was like small, like this thick, this small, and you put in quail eggs in there. So you pop the eggs and like flip it and everything. So I had like that on a stick. I had sword ice cream. Taiwan is known for its sword ice cream. So if here's the cone, they stack it up like this high, full of ice cream. So I had that. I had red bean, little like little bread things. Let's see what else. The food in Taiwan is amazing. And after that, we watched the sunset, which was really cool. There are so many people just there was like a small little hill, and people were just hanging out there, and there were a lot of dogs and stuff like that, and blowing bubbles and stuff like that. And one thing, it Damshui was on the end of a metro line, and it's actually home to one of the most famous streets. So I took a picture of it. I don't know how to describe it, and I don't know exactly what it's called, but it's pretty famous. Um, so one thing that we really liked was, so we were taking a picture and we asked a couple to take a picture, a group picture, and so we all posed and stuff like that. And then after that, I was like, oh, it'd be kind of cool if we just walked around and see how many people can take pictures of us. And so there was actually this guy who was like taking photos of random stuff, and I was like, gee, come over here, Serrano, come over here, let's just pose and smile, and smile at him, and when he makes eye contact, we'll see if he takes a picture of us. So we did that, and then Cameron came in and Janet came in as well. So like we were all in a line, just like, I don't know, 30 feet away from this guy who was taking pictures. And when he looked at us, he like looked behind because he thought we were posing for a camera like that was behind him. But once he found out that no one was behind him, he was like, "You want me to take a picture?" So he took a picture of us, and it was really funny. Like we got his email, and he's gonna send it to us on Facebook and stuff like that. And then we did it to another guy, an elderly guy, and it worked again. So it was a lot of fun. That was one of my highlights of today. Just being funny, I guess, and just doing things that involved other people. After that, okay, this first of all, this update is coming up on 11 minutes and 20 seconds, and this is going to be more than 15 minutes, so I'm going to cut this video short and then make a part two. So see you in the part two. Ew.